Yeah, I'm in the car. But I'm here to introduce a video that you're going to watch that is very raw and open. My name is Kimmie Kay. My legal name is Kim Martin, as many people know me. I am headed up north right now to a suicide support group. And the reason for me being there, you'll see in the next video. Unfortunately, I don't want to be making this video, nor do I want you to be watching it. But I do have to do an introduction, because what you're about to see is close to 13 minutes of raw emotion of what it's like to be the survivor of someone you love so much committing suicide, and what it does to the people left behind. I am on a mission in this life now more than ever, and I was before, to stop suicide by trying to help with the stigma of suicide and what it does to others, and also to put a light on it. And those of you that are wanting to commit suicide, here's what happens to your loved ones that you leave behind. So maybe this isn't the best first video, but it has to be heard. If you've ever wanted to commit suicide or had a family member do it, like my son did in December, this is what happens. I'm still in bed. Yes, I've been trying to work today because I work from home, but he can't stop crying. He can't stop crying all day. All I think about is him and how I could have done it better. The plague of shoulda, coulda, woulda in my head over and over again. I was there. He didn't see me. I was too far away and he couldn't hear me either. But it wasn't his first attempt. There had been many. And I keep thinking all the things that were done, talking about treatment and counseling and giving him products and all these things, and he didn't take them, and he wouldn't get help. And when he did get help, he said it was too expensive, and he didn't really like the person, and that he wasn't going to go back. And he'd find someone else. And then he admitted that he was an alcoholic and all that, and he had issues, and we've been dealing with this for years. We're not the people that all of a sudden there's a no and all of a sudden it happens. This has been going on a long time. And my personal attempt was first done at 11. Unfortunately, I think it is in our DNA. And science hasn't proved that at all with suicide. But god damn it, if you're ever considering it, this is what happens to your family. This is what happens to the people that love you. They can't get out of bed, and they are heartbroken, and they do miss you, and they constantly question how they could have helped you. And the bottom fucking line is, you have to help yourself. Because if you don't help yourself, it doesn't matter what anybody does, you have to change what's going on in here. That's why I'm still alive, even though I don't want to be. Because it hurts so much. It hurts so bad. And you figure out that there must be a reason why I'm here. And so you just keep going. And you just keep going. I don't care what anybody says. This is hell. If somebody asks a question, is there heaven and is there hell? Earth is hell. And it's because we're here to learn lessons. And I thought I should do this when I got better. But now I realize I have to do it when it's raw. Because you have to see. And you have to understand that it's not pretty. It's not sexy. And it hurts like hell. And I've tried my entire life to make sure that my kids had positive input and positive sayings and uplift and belief and support and love. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. It's everybody's individual choice. It's their choice what goes on in their head. Nobody can control it. Nobody controls that tape. It keeps playing over and over and over again in our heads. We can only control ourselves. And that's the same with anybody. We're a suicide call. I fucking hate that. Oh, if you're in trouble, call someone. Yeah, like who the fuck do you feel like calling when you're in the moment of darkness? You don't want to call anybody. How do you take care of that? I don't know. For me personally, it's like I couldn't do this to the people I love. But it's when it's really come to that moment. I don't care what anybody thought. I don't care what anybody felt. I didn't. I just wanted to die and just didn't want to be here anymore. Because it hurts too bad. And it does. I watched my son from far away throw himself from the bridge. He didn't know I was there. And I was yelling as loud as I could, and he couldn't hear me because of the storm. I miss him so much, and I wish there was more I could do. We opened a nonprofit months and months ago called Sun Tribe. And Sun stands for Suicide Understands No One. And no one truly understands suicide. And he was going to be a keynote speaker. My daughter tried to commit suicide back in 2018 as well. She was going to come speak. And I didn't want to move forward with this because it hurts too much. And he literally comes to me in the spirit world to tell me that it must keep going. And that he can still help from the spirit realm. I believe him. But some days it's just too hard, like today. Many other days. People keep telling me I'm strong. I don't feel strong. I'm lost. And I'm hurt. He's not suffering anymore. He's come to me like that too. He's in the light. And I get that. But it doesn't make it any easier for those of us that are left behind. And his brother and his sister. And his baby boy. If you're thinking about suicide, just keep watching this video, because this is what your friends and family are going to look like if you succeed. Some of them will even kill themselves after you because they just can't handle it. I promised my support group that I wouldn't kill myself. Well, that's not true. I promised them that I wouldn't until I got all my finances in order so I didn't burden anybody. I'd like to laugh about that, but that was the truth, and that's how I felt. Because sometimes it seems like those who commit suicide and succeed in it, maybe they've got the right idea. I don't know. All I know is that I'm a mess. And I'm trying to be a better person. But I just want to go back in time. I just want time. Who fucking cares about my hair? I just want to go backwards. And I want to save him. I want to save him and talk to him when he was a little baby. And when he's a little boy. I want to go back a few months from now. And it really hurt him. And it was in June. And then again in November. And he was really trying. But a night of alcohol and cocaine and bad decisions. And now he's not here anymore. I've been asked how I wake up every morning, and Corey's brother Brett, and Corey's sister Carissa, and Corey's little baby Liam, and this video, because somehow we're gonna impact the world, and somehow we're gonna change lives, and somehow we're gonna save lives. If you ever read the starfish story, I've read it for years. And I've talked about it. And I couldn't even save my own starfish. This is the rawness. This is what you do when you kill yourself and the people you leave behind. This is what you do. Don't do it. Find whatever it is in you to get help, whatever that means. The checking out is, I don't know what it is. I have lots of few choice words in my head. Judge me all you want. Because I don't care anymore. Because if this is what the world needs to change and to stop suicide the best we can, then this is what the world gets. I have so much love in my heart for people, and it wasn't enough. It wasn't enough to keep my baby boy alive. It wasn't enough to keep him here in this hellhole that we're all in now, and the ripple effect that it's caused across the entire community. Not just his family and his friends, his entire community. The anger's there from family and friends. They're mad at him. Now he can do this to his family. And the question is, how could he do it to himself? He beat himself up so much that he couldn't get out of his own head. And he felt like the only way out was to end his life. We all feel that way sometimes.
Video is yet again I'm in the car because I didn't leave. My assistant actually is piecing these two together. It's ugly. For everybody that I have met support group on the street in my life. People that didn't tell me that they had interacted with suicide and been a suicide survivor themselves, whether they attempted it or someone in their life. It is kept such a secret, and people are embarrassed and ashamed. I'm included. When people say I tell them that my son committed suicide, they look at me different. They talk to me different. I'm different then. And now, all of a sudden, I'm labeled as the mom who has the son that committed suicide. Wow. Go to www.suntriberesources, suntriberesources.com. That is our website. Please become a member. I will be posting more videos on this YouTube channel as I walk through each day of this journey with you and with all who come aboard. I don't know who that is. I don't know how many. All I know is that we got to stick together and do it together, or else it's not going to work. So welcome to the tribe. Thanks for watching.